If you had 30 seconds to speak to 100 people, 1,000 people, 1,000,000 people, even 100 million people, what would your message be? Would your message be political? Would you sell a product? If you had that opportunity, what would you say? That's the question I asked myself after this year's Super Bowl. This year's Super Bowl, 106 million people, the largest television audience in history. So I sent out an email to some of my friends asking them that very question. What would you say? Well, after the obligatory smart remarks, many of them said that they would want to give a message of hope. Now that resonated with me because that's precisely the message that I would want to give. But how do we get it before an audience like this? And then it occurred to me, the Rainbow Man, the guy that we all used to see standing in end zones after field goal and extra point attempts, holding up his John 3:16 sign. Now there is a message of real hope. That message is a part of the culture of football. You see it all the time. You've seen it on the eye black. You've seen it in tattoos. You've seen it, as I've mentioned, the Rainbow Man and many others. Could we get that message of hope in front of a television audience numbering over 100 million people? Well, we thought it was worth trying. Think of it, in the midst of the commercials on everything that's trivial, in the midst of that, a message of hope. Wouldn't it be wonderful if after this year's Super Bowl, in addition to talking about the game, people were talking not about beer or potato chip commercials, but they were talking about the gospel? Well, that's what we want to see happen. You can join us in this project. Go to LookUp316.com to get more information, or you can go to Fixed Point Foundation's website at fixed-point.org. That's fixed-point.org. This year we want to generate a discussion of a completely different kind at the Super Bowl. Help us make that happen.